In the heart of a forgotten village, a house stands alone. A house with a past so chilling it would freeze the blood in your veins. But what lurks within its crumbling walls? What tales of terror do its shadowy corners whisper? Today, we venture into the heart of this mystery, into the silent screams of a ghost story that will send shivers down your spine. This house, known to villagers as the House of Shadows, is no ordinary home. Its stories do not speak of warm hearths and happy families, but of chilling apparitions and unexplained phenomena. It's not rare for the villagers to see flickering lights in the dead of the night or hear the eerie laughter of children where no child has lived for years. The House of Shadows has a history marinated in dread. The tale begins in the late 19th century when a family of 6 moved into the house. The family, cheerful and full of life, was unaware of the chilling fate that awaited them. Within the first week, strange things began to happen. Objects moved on their own. Doors would creak open in the middle of the night, and the children would wake up screaming, claiming to see a ghostly woman in their room. As the days turned into weeks, the occurrences grew more frequent and more terrifying. The father, once a robust and hearty man, grew thin and pale, a shadow of his former self. The mother started to hear whispers, faint but clear, calling her name in the dead of the night. The children refused to sleep in their rooms, their eyes wide with fear, their bodies trembling. Then, one fateful night, the youngest child disappeared. The family searched high and low, but the child was nowhere to be found. The only trace left behind was a small hand-knit doll lying on the floor of the eerily quiet attic. It was as if the child had vanished into thin air. The family, driven to despair, left the house, their dreams shattered, their lives forever scarred by the horror they had experienced. The house stood vacant, its dark history a blemish on the peaceful village. Over the years, many brave souls dared to step foot into the House of Shadows, driven by curiosity or a desire to debunk the tales of horror. But every single one of them left with more questions than answers, their skepticism replaced by an unsettling fear. So what is the truth behind the House of Shadows? What happened to the missing child? Who is the ghostly woman the children claim to see? These are questions that remain unanswered, mysteries that lurk within the warped woodwork and dusty halls of the house. But perhaps the most chilling question of all is this: what happens to those who dare to spend a night in the House of Shadows? For the answer to that question, dear listener, is a tale for another time. One must tread lightly when dealing with spirits of the past, for they do not take kindly to being disturbed. Let the House of Shadows stand as a grim reminder that some mysteries are better left unsolved. Now, as the moon casts long shadows over the village, the House of Shadows stands silent, its windows like vacant eyes, its door a gaping mouth, waiting, ever waiting, for the next unsuspecting soul to dare cross its threshold.